Your boss is not your friend. If they're going out drinking with you, if they're sharing their personal life with you, that is not okay, and that is not healthy or helpful for you. What happens when your manager, supervisor, boss is sharing their personal life with you is that you might then end up feeling somewhat responsible for what's going on for them. It makes it difficult for you to feel like you can go to them with complaints or asking for support if you know that they're struggling in their personal life. If they are struggling with their personal life, that's what they have their friends, family, and their own supervisor for. Welcome to Therapy Explained, where we explain, demystify, and destigmatize mental health and mental health treatment. My name is Deniss. I'm the therapist of color for people of color and your very own mental health cheerleader. Every video also comes with its own cheat sheet that I make available to you on Instagram, so make sure that you're following me there to get access to yours. Before we hop on into the meat of this video, please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you like it and would like to see more videos like it. And of course, today's video is about how to identify if you are in a toxic workplace. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Blatant disrespect. Now I know that this one is easy, so let's just start with that. If anyone at your job is raising their voice at you, if they are screaming at you, calling you names, cursing at you, then this is an obvious disrespect. In some cultures and in some spaces, we feel like, well, this is normal, this is acceptable, and they are my boss, they are above me, they're allowed to get upset with me. And they are. People are allowed to get upset with us, not just in the workplace, but in our everyday lives. But what's important is that people are still showing us respect in the same way that it's important for us to show others respect, even when we are upset. If you make a mistake or do something you're not supposed to do, the best way to address it is by calmly, appropriately, and respectfully giving you feedback about your work. It is not okay for someone to raise their voice at you, curse at you, or call you names. Poor boundaries. This one, unlike the first one, is a lot more difficult to identify. In some workplaces, we understand that our boss is our boss because probably they are not someone that speaks to us or engages with us too much outside of just the work that we do, and that feels good. That feels normal. And in some spaces, we might feel like, wow, I really love my supervisor, my boss, my manager, because this is fun. They're like my friend. And while that might feel really good, that's actually not very healthy for the workplace. It's important for you to remember that friendships are equal, right? There is equal power in a friendship. There is an equal sharing of responsibilities, of personal lives, of secrets, right? It just is the kind of person, your friend is the kind of person that you can tell things to and know that they're not going to hold it against you or use it in any other area to hurt you in any way. The problem with this is that at work, your boss, supervisor, manager is not your friend because they're not equal to you. At work, they hold much more power than you. And whether or not they mean to or want to, at some point, everything they know about you is going to be part of the way that they evaluate and interact with you. So it's important for you to remember that your boss is not your friend. If they're going out drinking with you, if they're sharing their personal life with you, that is not okay, and that is not healthy or helpful for you. What happens when your manager, supervisor, boss is sharing their personal life with you is that you might then end up feeling somewhat responsible for what's going on for them. It makes it difficult for you to feel like you can go to them with complaints or asking for support if you know that they're struggling in their personal life. If they are struggling with their personal life, that's what they have their friends, family, and their own supervisor for, so that they can then say, hey, I'm struggling at work because of XYZ in my personal life. So it is okay for you to say, hey, supervisor, boss, person, manager, I'm going through a divorce, or I'm having some health issues, or I have a newborn and I need a little bit of help with that. So it is absolutely okay for you to share what's going on in your life that's going to affect your everyday work, so that your a supervisor, boss, manager can help you problem solve and figure out ways to make the workplace a safer, healthier, and more supportive space for you. And that's the purpose of sharing this private information. However, if it's the other way around, again, it becomes a burden on you when you are then in need of help or support. It also blurs the lines of what is your responsibility. If something is not under your work description or your job description, but your supervisor asks you to do something, if you consider that person a friend, it'll be much harder for you to say no, and you run the risk of that person intentionally or unintentionally taking advantage of that. Whether or not they're saying, good, I can walk all over this person and ask them to do whatever I want, subconsciously they will know that even though this might not be in your job description, because you two are friends, they can ask for this favor every so often. It will result in you burning yourself out or feeling bad, resenting the person if you really don't want to do any of these things, and it affects the way that you show up at work. So keep in mind, your boss, manager, supervisor is not your friend. Feeling dismissed or ignored. Now, sometimes these things are also difficult to identify. You might raise some concerns or ask for some extra support at work and feel that your boss, supervisor, manager, all the upper level people seem to be understanding, and they say, yeah, sure, we hear you, but there's no action ever taken. And it's difficult, especially if you're crossing boundaries where you feel like your, again, upper management people are your friends, because you feel like, yeah, they're listening to me, but then nothing is actually happening and no result is coming out of it. And then it can make it even more difficult if you're crossing boundaries to follow up with them about it. But there's something off. You will notice that you're asking for things and you're not seeing any changes. You're not receiving the support that you need, and you're providing feedback about what it is that would be helpful for you at work without any results. Or alternatively, you're saying things that you need, you're asking for the things that you need at work, whether that's, I noticed that the workload has been a lot heavier, it would be easier if we could get some support in this area. Or I'm dealing with some health issues and it would be helpful if you could do X, Y, and Z for me. It'll help me problem solve how to balance this out. And they outright just say, no, this isn't something that's possible, or let me ask and then nothing happens, or if you don't like it here, you can always go somewhere else. Disproportionate workloads and consequences. Your workplace is toxic if you notice that other people are getting higher workloads than you or lower workloads than you, even though you have the same job description. You might be working as a team and notice that you tend to be given a lot more of the tasks. And again, this could be a result of poor boundaries and poor management, that people notice that you are someone who is so kind and helpful and supportive, and again, whether it's intentional or unintentional, they will give more things to you because you're the one that usually gets them done. Again, while that's great, it will, again, in the long run, result in you burning yourself out and not feeling present even in your personal life or at work. So if you notice that you're getting a lot more work than other people, then this might be another sign of a toxic workplace. Same thing goes for consequences. You might notice that some coworkers are able to get away with maybe taking longer lunches or leaving early or coming in late or doing less, even though you have the same job description. Again, this is another sign of a toxic workplace. What can make it really difficult when you're dealing with a toxic workplace is a lot of the way that you grew up. If you grew up as a parentified child or in a chaotic home, you might have then built up a habit of becoming a people pleaser, of wanting to support other people, help other people, be successful, be good at something, be a good employee, be a good coworker, and be liked by the people around you, which in and of itself is not a horrible thing. It's good that you like to be liked. It's good that you like to help. The problem with this is that then it makes it very hard for you to stand up for yourself. And then it will affect the way, again, that you show up at work, the way that you interact with other people, because you will be burnt out, anxious, making yourself feel guilty when you're not meeting those expectations, and overall just unhappy and irritable. It's important for us to take into account your history, the way that you grew up, and the role that you play within your family, because that will give us a lot of an understanding about what's going on for you at work and what are some patterns that you might be recreating at work that are there at home for you as well. That is the kind of work that you can do in therapy, of course. So take that into account as well as you're trying to identify this toxic workplace. If you notice that you're checking off a lot of these boxes, but you still have a hard time standing up for yourself or saying something about it, remember this part. Contextualize yourself. It's not because you're weak or dumb or any other mean thing that your brain might be coming up with. It's not because of any of that. It's because of some of the things that you were taught and learned in order to survive and do well that at this point in your life are more harmful than they are helpful. So keep that in mind as you're going through this video or going through your cheat sheet for the video. I hope that you found this information helpful or useful, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if what your experiences have been at a toxic workplace, and if you have been able to stand up for yourself, what helped you with that. As always, your cheat sheet is already available to you on Instagram, so make sure to hop on over there to get access to yours. But before you do, please give this video some love in any way that feels authentic to you. Every like, comment, subscription, and share helps spread the word about free mental health information and education, and of course, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, I'm always cheering for you.